Hello, Young Money HQ. This is Shanell. First, I wanted to say thank you guys so much for always supporting me and staying in touch with my camp and helping me with posts and the music, and I just really appreciate it. Just want to let y'all know that. So how I got into the music industry kind of stemmed from, I guess, my family. Like, my brother and my father were both heavy into music, and they just made sure me and my sister D Woods, from formerly of Danity Kane, we were in every class that you can imagine, from piano lessons to dance classes to even just entertainment period. We played tennis, we ran track. I think it was something that we were going to have to do regardless whether we wanted to or not, because it was just instilled in us from when we were young. A typical recording session for me. Nothing is, I guess, typical about it, and I guess I've seen that because of fans that I've invited to my sessions, and they're just really amazed at what, to me, I guess, is a regular day at the studio. But I mean, I'm a creative person, so there's different types of things I do to get creative, whether it's handstands or whether it's having a little lounge club environment and have my homegirls in there, some of my dancer friends in there, and then we just kind of build up a vibe, and that helps me write. Or if it's just me by myself in there, just being an emotional wreck or emotionally happy and recording a song. But it's always different, and then I always have people come by and drop verses. So it's just a creative space. It's more like my house with a microphone, and you hear all the stories of my life and my friend's life in the music. I think if I was to pick three songs that I felt like were my favorite, that I wrote, would be, oh, I would say the first would be Prom Queen, because that was um, a big record for me, and a big moment on a huge artist at a time when they were testing the waters on doing something new, and trusted me and my pen game to be the first record that they put out. So shout out to Lil Wayne for making Prom Queen his first single off of his rock album. My second would be a song that kind of started me off as a super professional writer, which was called Gone. And it was actually on Melanie Fiona's album, because we shared the same management at that time. And I was writing, working underneath Neo, and we were all in the same circle. So her people heard the song, and then she ended up putting that song on her album. But I really love that song. I wish I would have kept it for myself. But it's called Gone on Melanie Fiona's album. I forgot which album it was. And then a third, I don't think oh, it's yet to come out, but it's called Sound of a Tear, and it's a big record. You guys will hear it soon, so that's just the third one. Check that out soon. If I wasn't in the music industry, what profession would I choose? I don't really know. Because I mean, I guess the music business to me is all entertainment, and I do it all. I was gonna say I would teach dance, but to me that's kind of goes along with all of that. But maybe something to help young women, just get something that helps young women find who they are, find out what they're good at, and just see them, help them go to the heights of however high they can go. So probably just helping females be boss women or boss bitches, but nobody's bitch. Top 5 artists, my favorite top 5 artists of all times would be Amy Winehouse, Prince, Madonna, Andre 3000, and Lil Wayne. Who would I like to collaborate with in the future? Well, in the near future, I'm calling the energy to myself and I'm sending it to him. I really want to work with Pharrell. I think Pharrell is an artist, producer, composer that does an amazing job with fusing hip hop with R&B with pop, and I've always said that I was a fusion artist. I've always done a little bit of everything, and I feel like having a producer like that behind my project would just take it to heights that are out of this world. So Pharrell would be my pick. So I don't really know the current roster. I know who started this shit, and it was me, Nicki, Drake, Tyga, Chucky, Twist, J Mills, Gutta, Streets. So, I mean, I'm rooting for all of us to just do what we do and see Young Money go to the heights that we've always thought it would, and we've been a part of since day one. And then anybody that comes aboard to be able to take what we've created and keep it going like Wayne did for Cash Money. So those are my feelings and my thoughts. Well, I think the label changed a little bit, just like any family would kind of expand. We were all in Miami, and then we went to LA, we went to Atlanta, we went to Canada, and everybody just started spreading out and becoming the headliners of their own tours, or working on other people's shows, or doing movies. So it was just kind of like, you couldn't just keep us all in the cradle. It's like we were kids, we were babies then. We were all in the playground together, and then when we grew up, we got busy. So I just feel like that's the change, and it's not bad, but it makes you miss the memories of how things used to be. I tell the story 150 times, but he was actually opening up on a tour that I was actually dancing on, and that was my days of writing and passing out my demo. So I was just giving it to everybody that was on that tour, and he liked what I was doing, and he was like, yo, come down to Miami, let's work. And that's when I think he probably did that with everybody, however he met everybody, but he was just telling everybody, come to Miami. So I get to Miami and I meet Nicki and I meet Tyga and Twist, and we're just all in the studio every night until the sun comes up. And I guess we went on tour from there, and it just became, Young Money just became Young Money. Wayne has never really been like a boss to any of us. He's been like just one of us. Like he is the boss, but like we shoot the shit with him. He's in the studio just as late as we are working. And it's not really like, all right, you do this, if you do that. It's pretty much like everybody just goes in the studio and does a great job, and it makes you have to work just as hard or sound just as good. So I guess it was more so like show and teach versus talk and teach. Well, as far as any advice that the big wigs have given, was pretty much a silent command. Like, I mean, if anybody, you've seen Baby, you've seen Slim, you've seen Wayne, and it's not ever really gonna be like a sit down, let me tell you something, but more like a live and learn experience type of thing. So they kept us around to watch them make money. They kept us around to watch them make decisions. They showed us to demand your respect and, you know, walk into certain situations, whether you know the situation or not, and make it comfortable for you. So I pretty much learned what I learned from watching, and I think that's what everybody else pretty much did too. Everybody that I've worked with, and I think anybody from Young Money would say this, because this is how we all kind of came into the situation, was through Wayne. So everybody's connection, mostly, the best connection would lie within the relationship with Wayne. I would say outside of that, Lil Twist and Mac. Like Lil Twist, I watched him grow up to the point where when he first started smoking weed, I was like, what? and when all these girls would just be running in and out of his room, I used to be like, you know, so, you know, but me and Twist used to have our sister brother conversations, and I just feel like I watched that boy grow up. But Mac has always been like I can go vent and whatever I'm upset about, I can sit there and tell him, and he'll, you know, boss me up. But yeah, those are the two closest relationships that I have with the fam. I don't know how it compares. I didn't really pay attention. I was just glad that we did another album collectively together. I don't even think that we really did it off of, you know, the strength of we want to sell a whole bunch of albums, but just for all of our fans individually to see us all do something together. So yeah. Young Money out. Lil Chucky and Tyga leaving. To each its own. I mean, if they felt like they've outgrown the situation, then, you know, I totally understand that. It's no love lost. They're still the homies. But sometimes, you know, whatever, if you're not happy where you are, then go find happiness. But they're still the homies. So good. Recorded in Miami with just me and Wayne at first, and he went bananas over the song and was like, yo, this is it. This one is it. I'm about to get Drake on it. As soon as he gets back in town, boom, boom, boom. This is gonna be the song. And I kinda was like, because, you know, I'll be on my rocker shit and my weird, different, well, so they say, weird, different shit. and that song was really safe to me. But once Drake got on there, it was just like, why not put a song featuring the two best artists at that time, rappers at that time, out? Because I don't think anybody's had, at that point, no one had Wayne and Drake on the song together but me. So we went for it. The Hit and Like video was fun. Shanell West Coast is like I say all the time, she's a party girl. She's the black, I'm the black Shanell, she's the white Shanell. So it was just, it made sense to do that record with her. Mac Main and Twist came through, and you know, we had our little moments in there. So it was a fun shoot. We did it in LA. And I think, did we do So Good in LA? I can't remember. I think we did that in Miami. But it was fun. It was a long day and night shoot. We did all those scenes in one day. But Shanell knows how to turn up, so we made it fun. Work and play. That's a secret. But you can go to gypsy'scloset.com for some exclusive things. I wouldn't want to leave anybody out. It's all been of the 3 or 4 times I've been to Europe were just all amazing. So just to tour that whole area all over again on my own, because I haven't been over there by myself. I went over there when I was dancing. I went over there singing with Wayne. But I haven't been over there on my own project. So fingers are crossed, I go on my own European tour very soon. My debut album. I think I've recorded my first album about 10 times by now. But it's changed as I've changed, and I've learned a lot just being in this business and watching people come and go, watching people hit really high highs and really low lows. And I think that I've been able to see a lot more than your average artist before their first album has been able to see. So I've learned a lot. I don't think that I would have been ready to put an album out 3 years ago. Like, I think I needed that time to see what I really wanted to do, and take my time with my fans and really get to know them. Because like I move so fast, and I've seen so many things in my life that sometimes I could just try to shove it all down people's throats. And what I had to realize was, sometimes you just got to give them a little bit at a time. So my first album would be like basically breaking myself down and taking in chapter one. So I think I just might have thought of my album name. Oh, so what you guys are going to get in the very near future is a dope collaboration of music between me and Zaytoven, who was a producer who's produced for the names of Gucci, Amigos, just recently Usher, just recently Nicki Minaj. So we've done a whole project, and it's just a mashup of his trap, street, grimy beats with my sultry, raspy at times voice and some crazy lyrics, and just smashing them all up. And it's gonna be crazy. We got some dope features on there that you wouldn't even think of. So that's in March. So I want to give a big shout out to everybody who's always supported Shanell. Everybody who is nobody's bitch, male or female. Keep running it the way you are a boss. Stay in control. And the Gypsy Gang for staying sexy, humble, and proud. And YoungMoneyHQ for always being there. And for that, I always have yours.